Hello all race fanatics and welcome to another webisode of the CSRA Snowcross Championships. The crew of Outlaw Productions are bringing you the finest coverage of another installment here in Lindsay, Ontario. We've got a radical show for you tonight, jam-packed with tons of races, rider interviews, team talk, product discussion, and even a special guest makes an appearance. All this and more kicks into gear right now. Hello everybody, it's Anthony Sardo from Outlaw Productions here with Butch from Amsoil. And Butch, tell us here, what is this product all about?
Amsoil, synthetic lubricants, that's all we make, and we cover every machine build, every piece of equipment you can find anywhere. Whether it's a tractor on the highway, or sled racing out here today.
And what sort of differentiates this product from other oils?
Well, we only make oils. You won't see our brand name on a car or anything, so won't see us as a Harley oil. But we only make synthetics because they're the leading product. A lot of new machines are requiring them. Our oil increases your horsepower, decreases your internal temperatures, so that makes your engine last longer. And this works on whether it's gas or diesel or 2-stroke or 4-stroke. We make all the gear lubes for your trannies, any kinds of differentials, automatics, whatever, even biodegradable hydraulic oils.
And do you think like the cold weather today here in Lindsay is anything affecting this oil, or it can withstand the temperatures?
Our oil will pour at 60 below zero. That's why when you're getting on your sled and it's 40 below and it's all thickened up on you, you might want to consider changing.
As the discussion of product booths continue, we're going to make a pit stop by the autograph table as the session's about to start. While you get your merchandise signed, be sure to stop by Phil with HB Cycle and experience life on the road. All right, everybody. Anthony Sardo here from Outlaw Productions. I'm here with Phil from HB Cycle. And Phil, why don't you tell us a little bit about your products?
Okay, well, today we have brought down our new Ski-Doo snowmobiles, our Can-Am Commanders and side-by-sides, Can-Am ATVs, and all the warm clothing and accessories that goes with it. Now, ringing the outside, we also have brought in some toy haulers because a lot of the racers use these type of trailers, so we get a chance to show off our toy hauler trailers as well.
And what, for maybe the newcomers that are kind of getting the sport, what would you suggest clothing-wise and the products? How would you kind of get them started to get into this field?
Anybody that's in the sport, we always try to lean them toward the higher end of the product as far as the clothing-wise, like insulation. We try and dress everybody without going right to the top. But you do want to be warm because if there's any chinks in your armor when you're snowmobiling, you feel it. Whether it's a cold hands, feet, whatever. You want to have all the right stuff for sure. Makes it more fun.
Well, these trailers certainly do look lovely. I would sure like to check one out. How about you guys?
Yeah, why don't you come on in? I'll give you a little run through on one. So welcome, we're in our brand new Fusion 331 fifth wheel toy hauler. This is a home away from home for anybody racing or wanting to travel south and bring their toys with them. This is a very versatile trailer that has all the comforts of home, including the big screen TV and a fireplace, of course. Come on up, I'll show you the bedroom. When you spend a lot of time on the road and at racetracks as we do, you want to be able to have a comfortable place to call home. So you could spend weeks on the road, and this is something that you and your family can be comfortable in.
Keeping warm is pretty essential, and the fireplace does good with that.
So this is the magic of the toy hauler trailer. This is the garage area where you can comfortably sleep, 4 people in 2 queen-size beds, but all this equipment actually retracts up into the roof, and now you have an open garage which you can bring in your toys and motorcycles, so you can use it as a second living room with your television and put your beer fridge back here, or you can jack everything up and bring your bikes in with you.
And how many, what would you say, your top-notch people, how many people have you had in this before, your most amount maybe?
We can fit a dozen comfortably usually. And usually it's a gathering place at the events if you're at the races or anything. Nicest thing about it is this also carries a very big water tank and an onboard generator, so we can basically park in the middle of a field and have the party right there. So we can stay for a week.
That's about it. Phil, I've enjoyed the hospitality. Thank you so much. We'll see you out there. Ladies and gents, welcome to your first-person view hot lap, courtesy of Brandon Bradbury. As the starting official readies the riders, we wait for the green light. And they're off, and that start acceleration is very crucial on this track here in Lindsay, Ontario. You can see Bradbury just soaring off these first jumps, trying to catch a spot. A very harsh left here, obviously creating some traffic. The sleds are crisscrossing, trying to avoid a knot. A few moguls to jump through on this straightaway. A turn to the right, and a bit of a drop down a level. To a left turn, trying to gain some essential speed here. Slight right, to another left in an attempt to pass these riders and head for that first place. That there covers your hot lap here in Lindsay, Ontario.
All right, everybody, it's that time of the show. We're going to take a little break, do some team talk. Now, I made my way into the Barnett Motorsports trailer. We got meatballs, a couple bottles of water and stuff filling us up. So why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and where you're from?
Hi, my name is Teresa. I'm the mom of this team. I'm from Dunsford, Ontario.
Well, the Barnett Motorsports race team has expanded progressively throughout the years. They're a lot bigger now. They got a lot of people helping them out. So why don't we talk a little bit about who helps you out with the Barnett Motorsports race team?
We actually started very small and now we're very big. We actually have trainers now. We have engine builders now. We have a guy at the track to help our kids out now. It's a big family.
We're even going to take some time to go and interview a couple of the riders from the Barnett Motorsports race team. Who are some of the key riders that we have here?
We have a pro lady racing for us this year, Brittany Thompson. My oldest son is 16, jumped into pro light this year. You know, it's a learning experience. It's definitely a very fast class, but you know, we're managing. My youngest son is novice or junior, and he's Dylan. Everybody knows Dylan. We have Alex Checo riding sport, and then we have Ryan MacGyver, who's also riding sport. We have Mitch King riding pro light. We have Jake Brasser riding novice and junior as well. And then we have Fisher kids riding on 120s. And then we have Jack Polito also riding novice.
All right, everyone, I'm in the back of the Barnett Motorsports rig with Colton Barnett, number 819. Now, Colton, you've been out there, not having the best season out there, but what are you going to do to turn it around?
I'm going to continue with working out all the time and just eat right. Just keep trying my best.
And that's all that matters. Now, we had a chance to talk to your mom, you know, key player in the whole team. She kind of holds everyone together. What's something that you notice about your mom that you really appreciate?
She's always there to help everybody. Doesn't matter who it is. She's there.
Yeah, and that's a good family sport that comes together, brings everyone together. All right, with another member of the Barnett Motorsports race team here, why don't you tell us your name, where you're from?
I'm Jerry Massey from H Massey Racing. We got a performance shop in Bowmanville, and we work on engines, race setups, that kind of stuff, this type of stuff right here.
Now, anything specific for the different tracks that we've been going to that you focus on one thing on the motors, or is it pretty common for what you do for most of them?
Oh no, it changes. I mean, gearing, depending on the track, ski hills, gearing, obviously jetting is a big factor as well, and making sure it's always right on that fine line of not causing any damage, but performing perfect. It all makes a difference, that's for sure.
All right, well, another important player for any team is the trainer. Now, Ryan, you're the trainer for the Barnett Motorsports race team here. Why don't you give us a little rundown of what you're kind of working on with these guys?
Well, for the most part, they're great athletes. Like, a lot of people don't realize, like, these guys go through just as much movement as any other sport. You know, they're just as strong, just as powerful, and they got to stay just as light, just as reactive kind of on the sleds. So, just trying to play to those strengths and trying to keep them as fit as possible.
Absolutely. All right, everyone, I'm here with Mitch King, the pro rider for the Barnett Motorsports race team. Now, Mitch, why don't you tell us a little bit about how your season's been going?
This season's been a bit of a rough start for me. Last year ended off on a high note, and this year I've been struggling to get up front, but I feel like today's going to be a good day.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the atmosphere here at Barnett Motorsports?
Oh, it's a great atmosphere. Everybody's really friendly, and we help each other out, and it's a great atmosphere. Good people to know.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up here at the Barnett Motorsports race team with Mitch. Mitch, why don't you give us a quick rundown of everyone that's backing you up this year?
Oh, we really got to thank, obviously, everyone at Barnett Motorsports, Skidoo, Fox, H2R Distributing, AMSOIL, Stud Boy, my trainer, Drew at Evolved SX, for really helped me out and get me in shape this year. And I got to really give thanks to my dad. I couldn't do it without him, so hats off to him.
So there's obviously a lot of people backing your team this year. Let's talk a little bit about all your sponsors and give a quick shout out to them.
Yeah, we've actually had a great year this year with sponsors: Bath and Boot, Equipment Express, Under Armour, Cannington Construction, Lido Ford, Kawartha Lakes Honda, AMSOIL. Yeah, there's a lot. Game of Sales.
All right, everyone, that's going to do it for the Barnett Motorsports race team here. Be sure to keep an eye out for their yellow slides out on the track.
It's all fall. I'm standing on the rooftop, ready to fall. I think I'm at the edge now, but I could be wrong. I'm standing on the rooftop, ready to fall. Now I'm standing on the rooftop, ready to fall.
Alright, just don't take pictures of the first one.
Alright, everybody, welcome out to Lindsay, Ontario, and we got a special guest with us this weekend. We got none other than Jimmy Blaze. Jimmy's throwing backflips down on the snowmobile, like every other year that we've seen and hooked up with him. Now, Jimmy, since we last saw you a year ago, where have your endeavors taken you?
You know, I have kind of a bucket list on myself. I want to ride a snowmobile on every continent in the world, and so my next, I've got 2 more places I've got to ride in Africa, which I've got a show booked later on in Antarctica. So I've hit India, you know, China, Japan, all over Europe, into Russia. I even went to Kazakhstan, which is really funny. Borat wasn't there, but I mean, it was equally as funny. So I'm up, I think I'm in 57 countries now total, and so Africa's next, and then maybe in a couple years I'm gonna head to Antarctica.
Nice. That's going to be a good way to kind of cap it all off. You make it all the way around the world, you do it at every continent, and you label it as your trek. With that being said, now what are you going to aim your direction at?
Well, you know, with the help of Polaris, I've kind of built, on the Razor platform, I've built these ramps that can actually flip a Razor now. So I've got a roll cage in myself, and theoretically, I can possibly do this for at least another decade. I mean, maybe just carry this out for another 15 years of not actually getting a real job. So if you want, you can go on jimmyblaze.com, check out my Razor flips, which are kind of cool. Most of the time I crash them, which is kind of like the beginning of my snowmobile career. I really wasn't very good in the beginning of that either. So, you know, but it is fun. I got a roll cage. If I crash, I just cartwheel down the landing, and hopefully the thing doesn't burst into flame. You haven't seen my new snowmobile on fire flips, haven't you? Okay, I know this is sounding bizarre. Jimmy Blaze has now just started doing fire flips. How come I haven't been doing this to begin with? So also you can check out MID fire flip over a running helicopter.
All right, so obviously there's some people backing you up and, you know, helping you get around to all these wonderful places. Why don't we talk a little bit about them?
You know, this year was a lot of changes for me, and I'm super excited. I'm now head to toe in Alpine Star gear, which is pretty cool for me, and I picked up Under Armour. So, I mean, I kind of changed the way I'm living a little bit, a lot more CrossFit, a lot more working out. So the partnership with Under Armour was incredible for me. Bell Helmets is a new one for me. I know in the past I've had my own pro model helmet companies, and, you know, I've kind of put that in the back seat while I focus on some riding and some other things that I want to do in my life. You know, Von Zipper goggles just let me see things clearly now, and yeah, I can't thank everybody enough.
Right on. Well, be sure to check out Jimmy Blaze online and enjoy the show.
All right, everybody, we're going to start it off with Moto 1. Here are the pro lights taken off from the starting line. And taking first place with 30 points is number 151, Jacob Gervais. And now moving on to the pro women's race here in Moto 1. First place and 30 points is awarded to Angela Vecchino, number 55. And here's our first pro mod. Looks like Ian Hayden is getting a quick head start. Ian Hayden will take first and 30 points in the first moto. All right, everyone, we're going to head out for a quick commercial break. We'll be back with more CSRA action right after this.
Hey guys, it's Evan here with Outlaw Productions. We got two of the Rockstar girls here, Carly and Kalina. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm a 19-year-old from Toronto. I do love coming to these Rockstar events, checking out all the snowmobiles, all like the sporting events. It's a really good time here.
My name is Kalina. I'm actually from Mississauga. I'm 21. Yeah, this is my first Rockstar event, so I'm excited to be here.
Good stuff. So what are you two kind of responsible for when you come to these events?
We're pretty much trying to attract the crowd, bringing them to taste awesome Rockstar drinks with a small donation. And make sure everyone's having a good time, do some photos, pretty much do awards, that sort of thing.
And some stickers.
Yeah,
Some stickers.
T-shirts. Yeah.
What kind of flavors you got in the cases here?
We got some lemonade over here, coffee flavored Rockstar, and fruit punch as well.
What's your favorite?
I'd probably go with fruit punch lemonade. Yeah.
The fruit punch.
Good stuff. Staying with the fruit stuff, eh? It's always a surefire shot. Good stuff. We're going to head back to the action on the floor.
Okay, Moto 2, here we come. Starting off again with the Pro Lights. Ooh, we have a bit of a collision there right off the get-go. Like our star from Yellowknife will be taking home first at 30 points, Mr. Brandon Bradbury, number 22. And here we are with Moto 2 of the Pro Women's. Let's take a look. Once again with a stunning victory and another 30 points, Miss Angela Vicino comes away with first. And now we have our second Pro Mod race making their way out of the starting gate. Oh, and this time around we have Mr. Kobe Prepo, number 999, come away with 30 points and a solid win to set him up for the finals. And coming up in a few minutes, we will have the final races for Pro Women, Pro Light, and Pro Mod right after this.
Right into the action with the Pro Women's Final here in Lindsay today. Angela Vicino launching out of the gate, taking the whole shot, and entering into the front straight away. They're getting some pretty good air here in this cold day here in Lindsay, Ontario. A little bit of wind kicking up, but it's not affecting anyone too bad. Angela's just going to go into the corner, blow it up a little bit, and take off, and let the rest of the pack fend for themselves. Angela's got a great method of always trying to get out in front right at the beginning so she can kind of maintain that position. While her mechanic James does a great job on the sled, always having it top notch and ready to go for it. Hence why she's probably winning all these classes. This little tricky section here is kind of causing the slow down. Yeah, the back rhythm section forces everyone to clump up. It becomes a little bit more one-lined as the race continues on, but as we can see, you know, the riders are all holding their own and they're just still trying to battle each other out. Seems like Vicino has a nice lead here. Always a comfortable lead. Strong, minded, focused, determined to always get it back to the checkered flag. But Alexa Callan always behind her, chasing her down. That's last year's runner-up, or last year's champion, sorry. Those corners got to be really difficult. They look like it's really soft snow there that they kind of dig it into. Yeah, the track it's definitely broken down over the day. It was a little hard packed. Now it's gotten a little bit more lumpy. And the riders just seem to be taking a beating along with the machines. And we got Brittany Thompson down there for the Barnett Motorsports race team. She's up, she's okay. And as you can see, it causes a little bit of traffic. It just lets Angela just gap on out. That gap has severely increased now for her. Not launching it too far into the triple section, but she is giving it a little bit of airtime. Seemed like a struggle there. Yeah. Alexa Callan just still hanging on. And as our leader here exits the rhythm section, the riders have an opportunity here, an option more or less, to roll into or launch out of the step-down section. Yeah, and it's going to set them up. The doubling through this back section to carry a lot more speed, but as you can see, a lot of the pro women, they're kind of opting into rolling into the section. It's like a blind drop. It's hard to figure out, and it will get you to slow down in your mindset real quick because you don't know what's on the other side. You don't know if there's a ladder down, and it's just playing it safe. Still airing it out. I don't think Alexa Callan's just going to let her have every win. She's going to try and track her down as hard as she can for every single moto. I think no matter how hard these ladies try in the practice runs, the motos, if you get in that groove in this track, it could be quite difficult. You've got to just maintain your speed and your methods and getting around these riders. Yeah, the momentum is everything when it comes down to Snowcross here. Getting sucked up in the snow, it's like we said before, just taking the beating, and you know, these riders, these athletes, they're pushing through it, and they're doing the best that they can to represent themselves, the race teams, and the CSRA circuit in general. By now, these ladies are just absolutely exhausted. These sleds got to feel like they're a ton trying to rip them around. Yeah, a little bit of the snow will pile into the machines, getting the tracks. They'll add a little bit of weight. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, definitely a workout. Not seeming to bother Angela Vicino at all, as she's been dominating the CSRA circuit so far this season. And it is the last lap for today's moto final here in Lindsay. Just playing it safe through the back roller section, not doing anything too crazy, getting on the throttle a little bit, but just pretty much going to carry herself right to the end. She's ready for this next straightaway. She's now just going to throttle it, bust out, right to the end. Wonder if she's going to bust a move going off through this triple section, you know, impress the fans, get everyone a little hyped up about her next win. Cheering her on here for sure. Definitely people up on their feet.
And that's going to do it for the Pro Women's Final here in Lindsay. As Angela takes the top spot yet again, Alexa Cowan's going to take the second spot, holding it down safe, keeping the points going. But the third spot, it's been a toss-up between, Brittany Thompson and Stephanie Willis, just kind of throwing it back and forth between the two of them, who's taken the third place position in this series.
As Angela makes her way around the track with the glory of the win, we're going to send down to Kate with the post-interview.
All right, I'm here with Angela Vicchino from Timmins, Ontario. Angelina, welcome back. You killed it once more. Absolutely well done. How'd you feel out there?
Great. I had a lot of fun on the track today. The front section was a lot of fun, and the girls all rode well. I had some clean starts, and it was great racing today.
Absolutely. It looks fantastic out there. It looks like your mechanic took care of you.
Yeah, James from RJ Motorsport and Speedworks, they got my Articat running great. I can't thank them enough for what they do for me.
Awesome. Any strategies for the next round, or just go do the same thing? It seems to be working for you.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to tracks that are narrow like this, the whole shot is what you want, and you get a clear track ahead, and that seemed to work today. So once again, tomorrow we'll hope for that.
Perfect. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, all the semi-pro riders are lining up, getting ready, and set to go for their final of the day, but we're going to go to a quick commercial break and bring it right back for all the action.
For over 60 years, the Bailey Group of companies has served Canada's construction, automotive, and retail markets, combining hard work, leadership, and unrivaled customer service. With 8 locations across Canada, our manufacturing capacity and national presence ensures that our customers across the country have the lightweight steel products they require. Canadian-owned and family-operated, trust the name built on a family creed of integrity, honesty, and respect. We are a proud sponsor of the Bailey Motorsports team and congratulate them on their growing success on the Snowcross circuits.
And the fellas are strapped up, waiting for the starting official. And they are off here, and there is a load of traffic. There's so many riders going on here.
2 riders down in the back. They got into each other off the line here. But Bradbury launching it off these triples into the first corner and just demanding that lead.
And just the swarm following him, and the corner is very deadly there.
Yeah, everyone's going to be bunching up. It's going to be making for a lot of lap traffic for the leaders, the top 5 guys at least. But as you can see, they're making short work of this course right now, and they're just out there giving it.
They're trying to catch him. They know Bradbury's out front, and they just want that lead.
And who's that we got in second and third? That is Mitchell Shea. Yeah. Those guys, they're riding really good this year, strong. Bradbury's, he's pushing it himself coming from Yellowknife. This guy, he wants the win.
Getting a lot of air there. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, racking up those air miles for sure. As we can see, the battle for second is heating up. Between second and third, fourth and fifth are right behind them too. So any little mistakes, and it's going to cost you on this track. But as we can see, we got rider down. We got Sean Elmhurst off his sled. Not sure exactly what happened. But number 14, that's going to be RJ Roy. He's making some.
Probably trying to get on the outside there.
Mitchell just shuts the door on him and opens up the throttle, takes off ahead of him. But as you can see, Bradbury's got this one, just flying down the straightaways here, holding it pinned. These guys are launching. We can't get over the size of the air that they're getting.
And he's just riding the wall here, getting into the straightaway into the section.
As you can see, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, they're all right there. It's going to be a close race right down to the last lap for sure. Oh, we got RJ Roy just launching it into that corner. Trying to keep up with them. We're going to see who's going to double through this section here. Oh, Mitchell sends it again into the corner. Saves some time.
For him.
RJ Roy is not giving up, and he's hanging on right in the back there in third spot. And as we can see, lap traffic of Sean Elmhurst just off to the side, making some room for the leaders. They got the marshals will be waving that blue flag, let them know, you got the lead pack right behind you, make some way. It's just a common courtesy around the track.
These guys are very hungry for first place. You can smell it.
Oh yeah, it's probably smelling the exhaust fumes off of Bradbury's sled, but
it's giving him a point to encourage him, right?
Yeah, get up into that fresh air, let the sled breathe a little bit better, and it's going to be close, because Bradbury, he's pulling away, but he's losing a little bit in the back section there as Mitch is doubling through. But Bradbury makes up all this time through this triple, and just launching was RJ Roy and Mitch. And RJ's coming around the outside here, trying to go. Oh, he switches up to inside, and he doesn't have him. Mitchell
Rejected by E2 there.
He's just holding him off. We don't know how he's doing it, but this race is just, it's one of the best ones that we've seen.
It's
for the
very
semi-pros.
live now.
Oh, it's going. It's nonstop. RJ's gonna pin and throttle through here. He's trying to catch up to Mitch. Bradbury's pretty much got his own race to himself up front, but the battle for second and, pretty much third that's where all eyes are right now.
Brandon's not even looking back to see where he is. He's just focused on hitting these jumps at full throttle so he can get ahead of these guys.
I think clean and safe for Bradbury right now would be the best bet, and let the guys behind him duke it out, battle it. They're going to make mistakes getting into each other, trying to get by one another. As you can see, Bradbury, he's just holding his own, just running away with this race right now.
Oh, a little stall there.
He just landed in a soft spot right in the top of the double there.
Those are the things you want to avoid because you get out of your groove. And them up here, they're just sledding. Oh, this
full out drag race, and RJ's going to pin it. And as he comes up here, drag race is triple here, and these guys are just launching it. We've got the white flag last lap. Bradbury's just looking over his shoulder, checking. Mitchell's just taking the inside away from RJ Roy, pushing him to the outside. Roy's getting a little crooked in the air. Oh, he's almost off, and RJ Roy saves it. And another rider down here that is Ben Holmes. He just takes a little bit of spill, gets his sled back up, and keeps going, holds on to that spot. I believe he's 5th place now.
That was truly amazing.
And Bradbury's just,
heading for this final straightaway off the jump.
He's going to hold it, pin it for all the fans.
He's punching it.
Put a little bit of air time on, and that's going to do it for our semi-pro action here at Lindsay with Braden Bradbury taking the win. Second is RJ Roy. And third will be Mitchell Shea. Big pat on the back for these guys. Thumbs up. I'm sure Brandon Bradbury is going to take his time getting over to the winner's podium, and which time we will send it down to Evan.
All right, Evan Ritchie here with Outlaw Productions. I got the Pro Light winner, Brandon Bradbury, the 2nd time in a row. How do you feel, man? It must be a good win.
Oh, the momentum's just awesome just to be winning still. It's my 3rd in a row, so I just got to see how far I can keep on getting them wins. I got lucky on the start and got a good hole shot, so definitely plays a good part in getting consistent wins and stuff like that, so that's awesome.
Absolutely. We had Roy right up on your tail there, but he did a little mess up there in one corner. Any thoughts on that?
I just didn't want to make any mistakes, basically. I knew they were there. I was not every corner, but every once in a while I'd take a peek over there and make sure that I had a little bit of space between us. So I just want to make a little bit of space between us and just ride my own race, make sure I didn't make any mistakes.
That obviously makes a big difference, man. You always keep focused, keep headstrong, and it's obviously making a difference. So good job. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
And now for the final race is about to begin. We got our 9 pro athletes who are checking out the track, getting their sleds all pumped up. But we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Stay tuned.
As certain as the sun rises and sets around the world, OTS FF Group is dedicated to providing flexible, comprehensive, and reliable transportation solutions. Air transportation, ground transportation, and ocean freight, we offer innovative and custom-built packages specifically designed to meet your transportation needs. OTS FF Group has been keeping shipments moving globally for nearly 2 decades. OTS FF Group, flexible logistics services designed for you.
And right back into the action, we got the Pro Open Final here at Lindsay. Hopping off the line, we got Kobe Crapo jumping out ahead of the rest of the pack. They're going to follow closely out of the triple to the next triple and just getting airborne.
Soaring off these jumps with a lot of air, heading into this tight turn here.
Yeah, and then they're going to bunch up into the corner here, and then they're going to slingshot out into the rhythm section. And you're going to notice with these guys, they're going to be taking some different lines. They're going to be launching into these corners, launching out of the corners, and you're going to see some big air all around.
Rockstar Polaris athlete Ian Hayden is very close behind. We saw him working out earlier in the day. He's pumped up for this race.
Yeah, Ian wants to really, get himself back up onto the podium in the #1 spot. The Kawartha Cups, it's definitely an important part of the season. He can take a look at this and direct his rest of the season towards winning his championship.
Kobe looks like he's got a pretty good lead going on here, hitting these straightaways.
Hayden's not too far off behind him, followed closely by Chris Robertson, the number 720 Ski-Doo sled in third. A lot of these riders just, jumping into that back section, throwing it into the back step down through the whoops, doubling in, doubling out, just really carrying their speed a lot faster than what you normally see.
Kobe's got an incredible run here. Just balancing on that one ski around those turns, flying off these jumps, giving the crowd something to look for.
Yeah, Hayden's not letting him get too far ahead. You can notice there's a little bit of a gap between second and third. And first and second, I think this is going to be the battle of the day right here as they get going. Hayden really making up some time in the back rhythm section there.
And we've got a sled tipped over on the other side of the track here. That looks like it's 219 Jamie Byers.
Yeah, he's going to have to make some room pretty quick as Kobe and Ian are coming down that front straight, and they're going to be in that corner pretty soon. But he should move over, as it is common courtesy for most of these riders to do as the leaders are coming up behind them. But ongoing thing that we've noticed, Anthony, through these races is that for 1 and 2, these guys got to get around lap traffic. So as these guys get farther ahead, what are you noticing with them?
That the riders need to keep their heads up. They need their peripheral visions at a full tact. Make room for the riders coming back onto the track, because it's very important that they're not going to be any collisions that are happening here. They need to make room for everyone.
And that's the last thing we need is another collision. Lindsay, a couple big crashes today. We had one red flag, but other than that, the racing's been pretty phenomenal. Pretty fast, pretty clean, and as we can see, Hayden is catching up to Kobe.
He's just on his tail here. He's smelling that victory. He's won for it.
Yeah, he's not letting go. Chris Robertson coming up with Ben Holmes and Devin Wilson, followed by Maxim Telefiller. These guys, the battle for third, it's four-way between those guys. They're going to be giving it all season to see who's going to finish up on that bronze podium spot with the CSRA. But, I mean, it's just a 1-2 thing going on here with Colby and Ian every weekend. Ian's just closing up that gap. He's just making little mistakes like that just to push him back a bit, but he's correcting himself. This back section, he's carrying himself very well through the whoops. And as you can see, that four-way battle, you got Devin Wilson shooting up on the inside, launching.
Making a pass there, which is very effective.
Yeah, you got to risk it for the biscuit sometimes, get past those guys. And this is just this is turning out to be like another drag race battle between first and second. Just whoever's holding the throttle the longest, and that's gonna bring it out and show you who's gonna be our top spot winner.
Ian's getting furious. All that snow is being shot into us. He's not liking that at all.
No, he wants to get by and just shoot some snow of his own. Getting a little sideways there through the rhythm section. Holds it, launches it into the back section, and that sets him up really well for the double-double, but he brake checked a bit there to let Kobe get away. But we got Devin Wilson making some moves on Ben Holmes here, up the inside. He's trying to solidify that third place spot, but Kobe is just on rails right now. Ian's close behind, can't seem to get the momentum to get past him.
Colby can't cough this up. I mean, this means everything to him, and he's doing extremely well. Trying to even overlap some riders here.
Yeah, and that was the number one consistent thing that we're noticing in the Pro Open races here is that as the races progress through the three-quarter mark, we're getting a lot of lap traffic. And, I mean, there's been races won and races lost in the following events, or the previous events with these two. But we can see the first place and second place just blasting by these guys, making short work of them, and getting back out into that fresh, clean air and moving on.
That's become a struggle. Now they need to get around these riders, and it's very hard to concentrate on when he's just trying to catch Colby.
Yeah, there's nothing else that slows you down more. We got 2 laps to go here in the Pro Open Final. Kobe and Ian just holding down their own in the race and making it a pretty spectacular race for the fans. Kobe launches into that corner. Hayden making some ground here. Gonna set up for the double out, double in.
Making great use of that soft snow there. He's just loving it.
Yeah, and he's gonna get that sled pretty much right over on that one ski coming around this corner here. Ian just launches it out of there, over the triple. Kobe's holding his own, but these guys are getting huge air all day. That's the number one thing that we've been noticing. Should be on the last lap here. Clean through the rhythm section. Kobe's just got to hold on to it for another half a lap, but Ian is just right on his tail, so no bobbles, and Kobe will be taking home the first place plate today.
Safe to say there's a podium spot waiting for both of these riders. It's just all a matter of who now.
We got one lap traffic, and doesn't seem to be a problem for Colby as he goes around him on the outside.
Oh.
Hayden's close behind him, but that's going to do it for today with the Pro Open Final. Colby followed by Hayden. Quick
Exchanging some
cheers.
great words here.
Yeah, slap on the back.
Terrific race.
And of course, it's the points from both days added up that's going to determine the Kawartha Cup winner. So
we're sending it down to Kyle with the post interview.
All right, Kyle down here, the winner's podium with Colby Crapo, the 999. Colby, looking good again. An absolute repeat for all the winners this weekend. So why don't you give us a quick little rundown of how that race went for you?
It was good. I got out front early, got the whole shot, and then just kind of clicked away laps. To be honest, I got in a pretty good rhythm, and then, just clicked off 10 or 12 laps, whatever it was there.
Now, the sled obviously running really well today. The mechanic had it fully set up. Was there a lot of big changes to it today throughout the day from practice to your final moto, or was it just pretty much plain Jane, get on it and go?
To be honest, the guys spend a lot of time during the week, to make sure that we're prepared for the weekend. So, not a whole lot goes on during the actual race. Every final they come in, and obviously we'll change a thing here or there. But for the most part, we're pretty much ready when we come.
Yeah. Now, from lappers from last weekend's event, they kind of slowed down Ian Hayden. That wasn't the case this weekend, and he got by them, made short work of him, as close as he was. How did you deal with the pressure?
Honestly, man, when you're out there, you kind of just, I knew Ian was fast, and quite honestly, probably quicker than me today. But like I said, I got out there, and I just clicked off 10 or 12 consistent laps, and, it worked.
All right, well, let's give some love and shout out to all your sponsors.
First and foremost, the Huber Motorsports team. I couldn't do it without them guys. Skidoo, Pillars is huge, Fly, FXR, 999 goggles. Anyone else that I'm forgetting, man, there's a lot of support. Thank you.
Right on, much appreciated.
And all things set aside, we'd like to give a special congratulations to Ian Hayden, number 93 from the Rockstar Polaris OTSFF factory team. Ian wound up winning the Kawartha Cup on Sunday.
All right, everyone, that wraps up another amazing day down here in Lindsay for the CSRA Snowcross.
Be sure to tune in for our next webisode that's going to take place at Georgian Downs and Barrie.